Hi guys, I'm Blimey. Welcome back to the channel. So we've got a new start to Season 41. This is War Number 1 Salty versus JA, or Jedi Assassins. We've got 8 fights this war, so it's a nice little spread between Galan, Torch, and Tigra. I am going to be starting out on Path 3 here in Section 1, and I'm going to be using Galan here against this Venom. So it's a node where if he has an armor up, the node is trying to, special lock you, which Galan only just gets charges from whenever that happens. So 2 5-hit combos, use the heavy start to harvest, and then special 1 immediately kills. Alright, so next up we're going to be going over to the left side, and we're going to be taking this Vigorous Assault and Buffet over time mini-boss node before Section 2, and it's going to be Annihilus. So we've got a white Magneto pre-fight, which means using Tigra here, we're going to be able to reliably parry and stun him. This is going to be a pretty quick fight, because I'm going to go ahead and just use a Power Start 1, because I decided I want to just kind of kill him before he had the chance to use any specials. So I'm going to go in here, and the plan was just to do a little abbreviated combo, bait a heavy, punish it, and then nuke him. So I'm trying to bait it out here. Here we go. Get a punish. Special 2 does a whole bunch of damage. And we're back at a special 1, which will finish him off. So yeah, don't forget Tigra whenever you're planning for Annihilus. Especially if you can get a white Magneto pre-fight, you can make short work of it. So next up, I'm going to be going up to Path 3 in Section 2, and kind of right now I'm just waiting for my Alliance IDs giving me some energy here. So this next one I'm also going to be taking with Tigra. This is the node where if he has an armor up, then he'll place bleeds on you if you touch him. So because of Tigra's neutralize, the only way he's going to get armor up is if we hit his block, so we're just going to avoid doing that unless there's a neutralize up. Okay, he backed off. That was a little risky because he was blocking, and then that one was kind of risky too, going for that intercept. Because if he had blocked it, he would have gotten 1 or 2 armors from it, and then we would have bled a whole lot. But there we go. We just punched a heavy. Special 2 kills him very quickly. Alright, so next up we're going to be taking this Nimrod and going in with Galan. I think I was kind of waiting for my mate here to see if he was going to move. It's like, alright, I want to go ahead and just keep my Power Start 1 boost up, so I'll go ahead and move. This one's going to be pretty easy. Galan is a tactic champ, so even though the shocks really aren't going to be a problem, I go ahead and just Fate Seal it anyway, so that, that way there's no glancing going on, and there's no way for those shocks to build up. But, yeah, it's going to be a pretty simple fight. We are just going to build up our planetary mass a little bit. Go and start the harvest. I'm going to go and just get a little bit more mass, and then finish him off. Alright, so up next we're going to be taking this thing here on the strike counter, block penetration node, and the regen and stuff. So I could have done this with Galan or Tigra. Both are good. Galan might be a little bit better. No class disadvantage or worrying about so much block damage, I guess. And this is my last Galan fight, so he was assigned for this one, but it kind of just made sense. I don't have to waste a potion or something on Tigra because I have more fights with her. So here I'm starting to notice like my inputs are a little bit off. Normally I don't take so many fights in a row in war. Just because my phone is getting to the older side and like all my storage is filled up, and I feel like it can I feel like it's better if I like just reset the game every few fights for war to be safe. And I'm feeling it here. Like I missed a parry, and now like when I'm trying to dex, I'm getting that like weird input lag where I'm just parrying instead of dexing. So I'm definitely being very cautious of that, and I'm have it in the back of my mind. It's like, okay, I'm going to definitely restart my game once this fight is over. But for right now, we are just going to play this very safe. I'll push him to 15 rock stacks, and even though I have neutralized, I'm going to go ahead and just make sure I'm managing his rock stacks anyway. I probably could have done a little bit better job of that because I really wasn't, I didn't even make a note in my mind like how many hits Galan specials were, and it's I probably should just know it's 3 for that special one, but ended up being fine. I usually just push him to 15 with normal combos, and then back off and wait for him to throw. So here, okay, I've got my harvest up. I know I'm gonna have plenty of mass to kill him, so I'm just letting the protections fall off, and there we go. Okay, so next up, we've got 3 mini-bosses on the right side of the island here. This first one is just going to be basically just a standard Human Torch versus Mephisto fight. I mean, there's Safeguard, but I don't know, most Mephisto counters that people use usually have a significant amount of like burst damage or damage over time. So I don't know if this is really the best node for Mephisto. But I feel like this node in general probably could be updated because I feel like alliances counter it so well now. Pretty much whoever's placed there. But yeah, this is just going to be a slightly chunky Mephisto, and it's going to be pretty easy. Okay, so next up we're going to be taking this Absorbing Man with Human Torch as well. And I think like right now I'm just kind of like getting focused for it because I don't know, Absorbing Man can be pretty punishing, so I wanted to make sure I had a good plan in mind so that I didn't take a whole bunch of damage. All other thing about this node is I always freak out that I'm going to accidentally parry or something when he has the immunity up. So I'm kind of like preparing my thumbs to make sure I don't do that. So here we go, just got Beta Heavy at first. Got to Incinerate, so now I can start parrying him and doing extra damage. And it's going really well, especially whenever he's got that stun vulnerability with the Nova Flames. He's doing really good damage here. So I want to go ahead and just Spade a special 1. Punish it. I can now stun him again. And he's going to drop pretty quickly. Okay, so last up, I've got this Sersi on the Limber and Disorient node. So I'm going in here with Tigra. And the plan is I'm going to parry her 1 time. Do a 5-hit combo, bait her heavy, punish it, and then hopefully be able to punish her special and then kill her with special 2. And everything kind of just goes exactly to plan. I'm glad she ends up throwing this special really quickly. I don't have to like dance around and bait it or anything. It's just right into the action and an easy nuke. So there we go. It was pretty fun 8 fights this war. I liked all the matches, and I like the champions I got to use. Right now in the war we are tied 1 death to 1 death, but we're still only like 1/3 of the way through all the fights being done, so it's pretty close for now, but seems like a solid start for the season so far, and wish us luck. Hopefully we can get a win for our first war, and against a good alliance like JA. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.